In Chinese literature, there are four best-known classic Chinese novels, namely Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Journey to the West, The Water Margin, and The Dream of the Red Chamber. Dream of the Red Chamber, or Hong Lameng, also known as The Story of the Stone, was written in the 18th century by Xiao Shichen. This novel is a detailed, episodic record of the lives of the members of the Jia clan, whose good fortune is assured when one of its daughters becomes an imperial concubine and then declines after her death. The story centers on a love triangle consisting of the main character, Jia Baoyu, his true love, Lin DAIYU, and his future wife, another beautiful cousin named Shu Baochai. I am Li DAIYU. It is said that I have a mythical origin, wherein I was originally a crimson tea plant, or the crimson pearl flower, grown in the heaven, which flourish and bloom as a result of constant nurturing of the Zhang Yin attendant, a minor divinity, and apparently guardian to the gardens of heaven. To make it short, I am the reincarnation of the crimson pearl flower, and the very purpose of my mortal birth is to repay my divine nurturer, reborn as Ba-Yu, for the water and attention he had lavished on our previous existence. In my life on earth, I am the daughter of a Jinling scholar official, Lin Ruhai, and Lady Jia Min, sister of Bayu's father, Minister ZHANG. I was born and raised in the south, but after my mother died, I returned to the Jia Mansion or Rungu house, where Jia Baoyu and his family lives, because he embodies the kind of morbid beauty composed by my illness, grace, and talent. I was considered to be one of the most accomplished poets and greatest beauties among all the remarkable women in the Jia household and in all of the city in Jinling. When I first met Baoyu, the apple of the eye in the Jia family, I was pictured from his perspective. According to him, my dusky arched eyebrows were knitted and yet not frowning. My speaking eyes held both merriment and sorrow. My very frailty had charm. Moreover, he said that my eyes sparkled with tears. My breath was soft and faint. In repose, I was like a lovely flower mirrored in the water. In motion, a pliant willow swaying in the wind. I am characterized as first as feeble because of my frailty, though attributed to my illness and adding to my delicacy and elegance. I am fashioned as the aesthetic object for love and pity on the part of the male. Second, as charming. Due to my pretty look and melancholic nature, the integration in which present me is refined, otherworldly, yet spontaneous, so much that I makes an icon of morbid beauty. To provide everyone a short background, my refined manners and spontaneous nature stem from my birth and environment. Born to an aristocratic family, I read extensively and becomes accomplished in such arts as music, chess, painting, and calligraphy. My excellent memory and poetic flair contribute to my profound literacy. For all my infirmity, I'm still a girl in my prime, ingenuous but intelligent, with extraordinary vibrancy and knowledge, which adds to my charm and charisma. Against the popular belief, ignorance is the virtue for women in ancient China. The role model for beauties in Chinese literary tradition is represented as capable of poetic creation, music performance, and artistic painting. In the patriarchal eyes, a perfect lady should possess a pretty appearance as object for appreciation, a feeble body susceptible to male manipulation, and enough scholarship to be intriguing and understanding. My qualifications in these three aspects make my morbid beauty a supreme model in the patriarchal discourse. In one word, I am created by the author as a symbol for ideal women. It is known that my melancholy originated from my girlhood, parentless when very young, and dependent on my grandma's family. This kind of life under another roof shapes my susceptible and suspicious character. My bodily ailment renders me oversensitive to the outside world. Furthermore, my mental and emotional state succumb to the course of nature, like the seasonal changes, the wax and the wane. At the sight of fallen flowers, I would grieve over the passing of spring. And hearing cold rain wiping window panes, my act of burying fallen flowers proved to be a lament of my own. Additionally, I was aloof, proud, naive, and straightforward. Despite my dependency on my grandmother for a living, having nothing to call my own but myself, I refused to conform blindly to the accepted custom and yield to the Confucian ethics. Whenever and wherever I am, I would defend my character and integrity. They say my personality was such a match with that of DAIYU. In contrast with me, as for Miss Subao Chai, my rival is portrayed as beautiful, dainty girl of great natural refinement. She is represented from the perspective of those in the wrong mansion as such a proper young lady, and so charming that most people considered me inferior to her. Sensitive as I was, I had already detected the Red Mansion's favoritism for Bao Chai. What was worse, I also discerned Bao Chai's interest in DAIYU. My jealousy for her grows so intense that I become capricious, often getting mad to DAIYU without apparent reason. On the other hand, my illness turns out to be a sanctuary to escape from the real world. I am in fact in a love and hate mentality when indeed in need in society and companionship. Moreover, I believe that illness is an outlet to manifest my love for DAIYU. To make it clear, my illness can arouse various concern and bring us closer to each other. Feeling hopeless about my union with DAIYU, I grow depressed and susceptible to tears. Although I am talented, witty, and lovely, and wins the admiration of most members of the family, my frailty, insecurities, and difficult disposition also makes me a less than ideal life partner for DAIYU. Without his love, I felt all the loneliness in the Red Mansion. The more I thought, the lonelier I become. I felt a shudder at the thought of indifference I had suffered. It was as if I were injured by the knife of wind and sword of frost. Every single day of the year, at the last moment of my life, learning that Bayu's bride is Bauchai instead of me, I grow masochistic, ready to knock on death's door. My apathy about life and final relinquishment results from my disillusion with love, existence, and future. In conclusion, Lin DAIYU in the novel Dream of the Red Chamber possessed unique traits and characteristics. This made her role more valuable compared to the other personalities of the novel. Her life and destiny in heavenly realm as well as in reality shows the transcendent power and philosophical aspect of love anyone could withhold. The tragic love story between Lee DAIYU and Ja Bayu was already written just before they were born as a human. At the end of the day, those uncountable tears DAIYU spent while living was the only way of paying back her debt. It is not her choice, neither by anyone. It is simply the work of destiny. Lee DAIYU's past, present, and future has been twisted so much that it ended up in cruel and heartbreaking nature. It is indeed an enigma what this utterance means. If each for the other one was not intended, then why in this life did they meet again? And yet, if fate had meant them for each other, why was their earthly meeting all in vain?